which means it is conjunct this new beginning. Mercury in the mind and what's going on, but it's at the Jupiter degree. Alrighty. And this is the June new moon. Pay attention to the degrees, pay attention to the date, pay attention to the window, which is the hours of power. We're going to talk about it. You're June 25th. That's your new moon. Right there. Because it's a new moon, which the sun and the moon make a new moon event, but it's a new moon that is ruled by the moon. It's a new moon in the sign of Cancer. It's so filled with emotions, intuitions, empathic abilities. We think of home, security, right? Literally where you live is your security. Where you lay down, the roof over your head, when you're your most vulnerable, when you're sleeping, where do you go? What is your little your safe space? What is your kingdom? How do you feel comforted? What do you call home? Where do you call home? And who is part of that picture? It's all about your internal home, which is here, me, how I am internally inside, my emotions. But it talks about my family and the foundation. Foundation is a huge word. Don't think of foundation in terms of laying down, 3 inches or 3 feet of cement or something like that. We're talking our emotional foundation. But it goes even further than that. We're talking about childhood. We're talking about mom energy. We're talking about my mom's mom energy. We're talking about family history, our culture. Where do your people come from? What do we need? The word need is really a key word. It's an emotional need. And we need some sort of emotional security, emotional stability. It's a new moon. It's at 4 degrees. Family, childhood. We talk about my mom. We talk about my mom's mom. We talk about the past, the motherland, the mother country, right? We talk about what happened in the past, the history in general, because it's a new moon for all of us. So it's not just about you. It's not just about me. It's the recognition and the acknowledgement of all of humanity, especially because we now have Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. Jupiter is now at 3 degrees, which means it is conjunct this new beginning, this new moon. The public, people in general, the public sentiment. What are the public's feelings and emotions and the sways of that, the ebb and the flow? And that takes us to when we think ebb and flows, we think moon, we think the ocean's tides, the rise and the fall, right? We have an increase of water. And that is Cancer energy, an increase of water, an increase of emotions. It's a new moon at a moon degree. But that's not all. You know about the Jupiter, and what does Jupiter do? It increases whatever it comes into contact with. It's at 3, the moon is at 4. So it's our thoughts and our communications, it's siblings, it's neighbors, it's coworkers, it's peers, it's education. Because it's 3 degrees, it's also business because it's 3 degrees. Yep, that's where the Jupiter's sitting. And it's important to pay close attention to what's sitting right there next to Jupiter. At 2 degrees, Jupiter's at 3, but what's sitting there at 2? We got vertex. You know what vertex is? Fate. The hand of fate. Yeah, hand of fate steps in. Now, with that said, the combination of a new beginning The public is huge. Women and nurturing, being a mother and the mother wound. This will be prominent for this new moon. We have Mercury at 28 degrees in Cancer. And Cancer is water, and it trines deeply emotional, deeply bonded Scorpio energy. It trines it. So there will be these deep connections with this new moon felt, because Jupiter can really expand upon the depth of the emotions and the wide array, the wide rainbow, and this full spectrum of different sorts of emotions. Cancer, moon, the past. Jupiter focuses on the future. Jupiter is highly intuitive. It's about being free and independent. So in some ways, it almost seems like it's opposite of Cancer energy, because Cancer is more about my unit, my group, my tribe, my clan even. These are my people. This is my family. That's Cancer energy. But Jupiter is more like, I'm going out there. I'm going out there. I might even get in the spaceship and go out there, but I'm going to explore. I'm going to have an adventure. I'm going to take to the skies and climb, right? And it's got goals. It's thinking about the future, and it's got a vision. It's got a clear vision. So this is all important with Jupiter, but it's also religion and my philosophy on life and higher education and traveling and seeking and immersing myself in other cultures. You see, Cancer is more clan and tribe-like. It wants to be around what it's familiar with. It needs that safety net. It needs to know that that safety net's there. And how does it know that? It stays around it, and it's constantly reminded. So it's not so much about getting out an adventure. It's more about staying close to home. That's Cancer energy. Staying close to mom. That's Cancer energy. Being a mom, right? Becoming a mom. But there's also a lot of history and past, and possibly some of those mother wounds. A new beginning and fated energy. When the vertex point shows up, okay, it represents an event, and that could be a person. It could be a chance meeting, a chance conversation. It could be, we think of life and how many different examples, my God, just pick one day out of your life, 1 hour of your life. You make a phone call, you dial the wrong number. All of a sudden, you're talking to somebody. You go out to get the mail, you bump into somebody. Somebody's walking on the sidewalk. Someone's walking their dog. You have a conversation. You're in the car, whatever. Like, there's a lot of different ways that we can just suddenly something occurs. We didn't plan. It wasn't within our, wasn't on my schedule, my itinerary, whatever. And something occurred. I could get a flat tire. Someone can stop and help me. Right? I can get a flat tire and I call for help. And so there can be events where someone can swoop in and be supportive and helpful. And at the same time, somebody can leave your life. Someone comes in, someone leaves. One door closes, 2 doors open. An opportunity you once had can end. Another opportunity begins. That's the beauty of the vertex. It does not operate alone. It has 2 points to it. It has the vertex in Cancer at 2, which means there's an anti-vertex at the very opposite end at 2 degrees in Capricorn. So that means corporations. So right here at 2 degrees, I'm just going to draw it in because this chart system doesn't do the anti-vertex, but that's where the anti-vertex is going to be, the anti-vertex. Okay, so this is corporations and business. 2 degrees, money, values, right? We know with the crazy stuff going on with the trade stuff, I'm hoping by now things have been squared away and all the extreme shock them as much as you can type of talk is gone, because all it's done has created instability. I'm hoping all that is over, but I know that it is never truly over, right? Because there's a lot of Mercury in this chart. There's a lot of talking, Mercury, a lot of communication going on. There's also a lot of Jupiter in this chart. What could be beginning and what could be ending? With the fated energy in corporations, either they have something to say to the current administration, who is absolutely, it seems as though, are trying to create a shock to possibly put stock prices really cheap to create, a great sale for people who have money sitting on the side, whatever. I don't know. I'm not an economist, but events are going to happen because this is a lunar event. Lunar events happen. They're big, but they're not exactly, the way that I'm saying, because of the free will factor. It could be anything. It could be a lot of different things. So banking is also part of this because it's 2 degrees. Food is also part of this because it's 2 degrees, right? It's 2 degrees. Remember, Jupiter is foreigners, foreign lands, foreign language. So this is also immigration. When you've got a country that is a melting pot, the United States, you're supposed to, like, that's part of the foundation of our country was built on people who were not born here. So we think of the foundation again. It takes us back to the foundation of our country. For you in your chart, you're looking for where is the 4 degrees, because that's where this new moon occurs. There's an orb, a wider orb than usual here. We're going to go to 0 degrees of Cancer to 6 degrees of Cancer for this orb. It's not gigantic, but there's enough here. So 0 to 6 degrees of Cancer, if you have objects at those degrees in your chart, that means that the new moon will trigger something for you. Something will absolutely occur, and it's related to family and values, feminine energy. Okay, my clan, my tribe, ancestry and history, mother wounds, nurturing, literally the home and where we live, the sticks and the bricks.